Yeah, it's going to be a good show this year.
Hoopla going on around here.
You launch a bike off a cliff, then you get put on sticker duty.
I've been in Russia for 3 weeks.
Our jerky, baby, all day. Eat our meat.
It's always like right there.
I mean, they're all good. Crazy fast.
Dirtbike mag for life.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Dirtbike vlog. It's vlog 18. Today we have the 2025 Yamaha YZ450F. We also have a bunch of other 450s here that we're going to go ahead and start the 450 shootout process and get things going. We'll be doing our actual shootout in no time. So today you'll see the Husqvarna FC450 here, and we have the new 2025 Honda CRF 450. So it'd be cool to actually have these bikes out on track with the new YZ450F. Ron, you're already in gear. Are you that excited to ride?
Look at me. Well, my knee is like brand new now. They actually fixed mine, I think.
We're knee brothers.
Yeah. Yeah, I had my surgery on the 10th. You did it on the 9th.
Yeah.
But they just did a tune-up for me.
You got a tune-up, I got a full mod.
Yeah. Yeah, my full mod came a year earlier.
Ron, so we got 450s, a lot of them, and we got a bunch of test riders. Pete's already here. Of course, Pete's here, but
yeah, it's going to be a good show this year because the Honda's, it's got a new frame. The Huskies, it's got a new frame. Yamaha's, well, we're going to find out what it's got. I know it's linkage and some other things. Not as big a deal as some of the others, but it was really good when it started.
Yeah, I think it's going to be actually pretty competitive because everyone's up the ante a little bit and gotten better. I mean, Honda, at least early on, like stability stuff, like they've definitely worked on that. KTM, Husqvarna, GASGAS definitely worked on a comfort thing. Yamaha fine-tuning what they had last year, so it's gonna be pretty close.
We're here in like November or something like that. Triumph.
Right.
Yeah, and after that Ducati, and then we'll be back up to our 12 bike shootout without even trying. We won't even have to double up with some manufacturers.
We won't even have to. That was a good warm-up though.
Yeah, that was just how it's going to be from now on.
What's up, TP? How we doing?
Oh, man, how's the knee, brother?
We're doing good. 1 month out, you know?
Yeah, what you have done?
RJ Wageman, former dirt bike test rider.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's just a Yamaha guy. Former professional supercross racer at one point. Former 24-hour teammate. This is actually the guy who launched the CR250 off the cliff, and we didn't see it ever again. I was actually just talking about it in another video. This is him.
Yeah.
You're wondering.
Here I am. We did get the bike back. We dug it out, and everything was
I thought
fine.
we were gonna have to get a helicopter.
Yeah, no, we dug it out, and it's still good to go. I'm sure it's in Ron's garage.
But you see what happens? You launch a bike off a cliff, then you get put on sticker duty.
Yeah, and now I'm putting the stickers on your guys' bike, so I hope it looks good. We got a little bubble. No.
This ain't like R1 race shop in Newhall, California. There'd be no bubbles on this thing.
There are no bubbles. Everything looks great.
All right, so doing some photos and video of the 2025 YZ450F. A couple new things. New linkage. They have new front fork suspension settings. Pretty cool thing, and this is from rider feedback. Last year, people complained a little bit about their feet rubbing on the foot peg mount, like actually standing on the mount instead of the foot peg, so they've addressed that. Also, some new engine mounts on the YZ450F. Talking to Mike Ulrich, one of the things that they're trying to do is work on the actual pitch and the way the bike rides on track. Some things that are tried and true, and Yamaha is coming back with app switch, which you can connect to the bike via Wi-Fi on your cell phone. It's free, which is pretty rad. And the engine is virtually unchanged, so if you're familiar with the 2024 Yamaha, this one will be super similar. Look who's back in the good old...
This ridiculous hoopla going on around here?
Look who's back in the good old US&A. What are you doing out here? Why do you smell so good? What do you... You got a hot date with someone? Oh, I know why.
Because Ron, he's got a new haircut for me. I've been in Russia.
Are you riding the Yamaha today?
I don't know. Tilly told me to just be here at 8:30. So we're here at 9.
And you don't know what you're doing.
And I'm not sure, I didn't bring a bike, so. How do you get so close? I hate, he's always like right there. It's weird, dude.
You don't like it?
No, it's super weird.
Real quick, BYD casual, that's weird because I haven't gotten anything.
My God, here we go.
I haven't seen anything. I've been with BYD longer than you.
It's in the mail.
Oh yeah,
it's coming.
I've heard that game. BYD tent. Why do you have the tent up?
Because it's hot, dude, and you guys don't bring any shade.
What? Ron brought you shade? Are you gonna get geared up or what's your deal?
Yeah.
You got bikes to ride, people to see.
I'm getting geared up right now.
Tilly brought the RV for
I'm petting
you?
the dog. I'm gonna give Surratt the smoke.
You drove the RV.
He just had shoulder surgery, so he ain't got nothing.
And Tilly's got the whole lineup here. Look at how many bikes we have. 2025 kicks 450. It's the new KTM. Got the RV and like 8,000 bikes. You're like a mini chaparral.
Yeah, it's kind of.
Is that my whip?
That is going to be your whip today. As soon as I find a fence post to bend back the bars that Jacob bent on it, then I'll be good. But that will be your whip today to get around. I think you'll like it. Jacob liked it, but it'll at least get you around to where you're not on the back of motorcycles all day with me. So, Beta's version of Suron Light B or something like that.
I shot this in Paso for Beta.
Yeah, I think that I was looking at their video trying to figure out like, well, how are they marketing this motorcycle? Because like Suron and Polari and all those guys are marketing it towards like the urban kids. Well, the urban kid thing's going away because of the regulation. And
I knew that was going to be short-lived.
Yeah, and we were all just kind of waiting for it to happen. And like in our general area or whatever, like I'm bummed that they're bringing it out that late. But it's a thing to where they're kind of marketing more of, yeah, you can have it and you can have your girlfriend who isn't a rider. It's small enough, not really that intimidating. And you guys can go out and ride in Paso Robles or whatever in the mountains or whatever on some fire roads and then have a picnic and mess around and then kind of go back and do other stuff. So there's different,
there's last part of that kind of led me down the road, but anyway.
Oh yeah, no. Well, yeah, I mean, if you're out there doing it, maybe you might do something like that. I thought about the picnic and then the other stuff. Yeah, the other stuff is all up to your interpretation on what you want to do. So it's kind of cool. There's some interesting things to it. The new thing is like there's a little rocket button and it gives you like
that thing's kind of cool.
Extended power, but only for like 10 seconds. So now, naturally, moto-minded, you look at it and you go, well, why couldn't you give me that power all the time? If my battery go down faster, I'm fine, but I want that extra power. So little stuff that's kind of odd with that. But then you start looking at other companies that are doing stuff and they have rabbit mode and rocket mode and it's all the same stuff. So it's a little bit different, but we're here for the Yamaha 450 intro. We have Pete, our in-house Yamaha test rider, Pete Murray, also known as Grandpa. This guy,
I like that.
This guy has dominated Mammoth for the last few years. Like in his class, there is nobody, I mean, he gets hole shots and just walks away from people.
So the boys just got off the track. They all switched like you saw in the video. Everyone got a chance to ride the Yamaha, the Honda, the Husky, the Cowie, and the KTM. Bye, Travis. We'll see you later.
Bye, Stevie. Bye, boys.
Bye,
Love
Stevie.
you.
No weird texts.
Dirtbike mag for life.
No weird texts to people, huh?
Huh?
No weird texts to people.
You can't fight love. Sir.
You have your shirt off. That's a little weird.
Yeah, I been overheating all day in this.
Remember when you used to test for this magazine?
Yeah, it was fun. You know, maybe one day it'll circle back around and I'll be doing it again.
We still have some kind of old guilt, some things name a certain time, but CR250 Cliff.
You already brought it up. Our jerky, baby, all day. Eat our meat.
Just quickly recap. So obviously the KTM 450, new frame, updated suspension settings. Those are the highlights on the KTM. The Cowie 2025 is unchanged, but kind of a tried and true platform for 2025. We know what we're getting. It is a shootout winner. The 2025 Honda, the big news is the all new chassis, and they, believe it or not, went more rigid. And we thought that was interesting, but actually the changes did turn out to be a plus for some of our test riders. Obviously open end airbox now. We move over to the Yamaha. The Yamaha may look the same, but there are some new suspension settings, a new linkage, a new clutch, a new throttle tube. Obviously they have the mapping again, and you can tune it with your phone. Always a cool feature. They've kind of inspired some of the other bikes in the class to get on board with that system. And then again, the Husqvarna FC450, new suspension settings, a new frame to get some more comfort, and 1 inch lower seat height. Some of our test riders do like, some, not all, but some do, and that all depends on their abilities and their stature as far as height. So pretty interesting group of bikes. It's not all of them, but it's some of them, and we are in the early stages of 450 shootout testing for 2025. So these guys, they all rode the bikes. They all had different opinions, which was interesting. I was able to hear from all of our test riders, and based on size, weight, speed, it varies. Age is another thing. But Tilly, we had some, not all of the 450s out here. Tilly spent quite a bit of time on all the bikes. Tilly, any thoughts? Let's go to the KTM 450 and work our way down.
Well, I mean, it's kind of cool. Just as a whole, you can find a bike that fits you. I mean, they're all good. I mean, they're not, the only one we don't have so far is the GASGAS, but they're all good. I mean, the KTM's got lots of power, but it's got smooth power. I definitely like, or everybody seems to like, the new frame. It's a little bit more rider friendly.
I did pick that up from all of our test riders.
Yeah.
Not just today, just the last, whatever, month or so.
Yeah, because we've been testing these things. As we get them, we bring out everyone that we have.
And I told you, you were a little surprised by the frame.
I was, and I hadn't been able to ride the factory editions because somebody stole ours right away. But I wasn't able to ride those for very long because we gave one of them back and stuff like that. But now being able to spend a lot of time on the Husky and the KTM so far, it makes a world of difference. So that's kind of nice. Like I said, that bike has a bunch of power. It would be interesting if they put a spring fork on the front of those things.
I was gonna ask you, give me something.
Yeah, like the spring fork is better. I mean, the air fork is better than it has been in years past, and they're getting better with it. A spring fork it's just smoother. All of these other bikes have, except for the Austrian bikes, have a spring fork, and it's just more rider comfort. I realized that they make an aftermarket spring fork, and they make aftermarket drop-ins and stuff like that. So completely understand it. Not a bad performing fork, but that would be one thing that I would like to do. On the 450, mapping wise, on the KTM and the Husky, I'm sure it'll be that way on the GASGAS as well. I like the standard map. The standard map is enough power for me. It's linear. It's got enough hit. The green map or whatever is the map that it kind of revs a little bit longer, maybe hits a little bit harder. But I like the standard map, which is the opposite. On 250s, I like the green map. I think in one of our other vlogs I said them the wrong way around. But the more aggressive map for me on a 450, I mean, those things make so much power. that you don't need anymore. I mean, even the Cowie being I would probably say the slowest out of all of them. The Cowie likes, it's kind of building power all the time. But even that, if I had to ride a Cowie stock, it's enough power for, I would say, 95% of people out there. And they all got traction control, they all got mapping, there's quick shift on the Austrian brands. I stay away from that stuff. I know today we did do some testing on the Yamaha, and there was a map. The Yamaha is another bike that is crazy fast. Straight line stability, really good. Kind of lean angles and going across stuff sideways. It wants to kick out a little bit, but crazy fast. I mean, it actually feels faster to me than what the KTM does. I think on the dyno, the KTM and the Huskies are faster, like maybe better numbers, but the Yamaha just has a hit. And for me personally, I want to calm it down. They gave us a milder map that had some traction control in there. And that was easier for me to corner. When a bike has too much power, especially 450 wise, when it has too much power and right off bottom, it makes it a little bit tough for me to corner because of how I corner. So Yamaha wise, lots of power, good straight line stability, maybe not as stable or in like kind of hitting stuff at an angle. It does want to stand you up in some spots. The new chassis on the Honda is definitely a better platform to start off with than what last year's was. A lot more stable. It doesn't bind up and then spring loose. It does have some head shake issues in the front, and not sure if that's the fork being too soft or what's going on there. But again, a good package, a better package. They're improving on the package in general, and it has traction control and mapping and stuff that you can change all on the fly, which is a cool thing. The Husky behind us is again lower than what the KTM and the GASGAS are going to be when it comes to suspension wise. It sits down a little bit lower in the stroke. It is a noticeable feel, but it's fast. So fast, and also has the frame updates and stuff like that the GASGAS and the KTM have. So everything is closer when it comes to performance, and you got to kind of look at it and say, well, what are you looking for? Are you looking for the fastest motorcycle? Are you looking for the biggest hit when it comes to power? Then maybe the Yamaha is for you. Maybe the KTM's for you. If you're looking for something that is on the stable side and predictability and just all around does everything okay but nothing great, maybe you go with the Cowie. If you're a Honda guy, I know that some of the Honda guys are very ride red and bleed red. The new Honda is a better platform than last year's. So it's going to be interesting. We are going to throw the GASGAS in the mix, and we've been testing these motorcycles since we've got them. So like I said before, we brought them to the track, and today we got the Yamaha. We rounded up test riders and we brought everybody out and we rode all the bikes, and we're just kind of waiting on the GASGAS. So it's kind of cool. Shootout season is not just for us. It's not just a couple days. Like we're testing months in advance, and we're doing a lot of different stuff. I mean, time on these motorcycles to where, like the Kawasaki, when we got that from Kawasaki, we had 4 or 5 things that we could test right away. And with a pipe, a get system that we put on their new box system, air filters, like all kinds of that Kawasaki offers different hangers. So there's lots of stuff that we're testing. It's not just we're spending a day on all these motorcycles. Some people are doing that, but the better guys aren't. They're spending time testing stuff and going through stuff and spending a lot of time on bikes. And then we have people like yourself, Travis, that you spend a lot of time on the KTM. You can jump on the KTM and tell me right away, this is better or this is worse. Well, and then Jared spent a lot of time on the Honda this year, and
same with Jared.
Yeah, going back and forth and doing stuff. Like he jumps on the Honda, he's like, oh wow, this is a way better platform. Pete spends a lot of time on the Yamaha, and he looked at it, it's like, yeah, I like the changes that they made to this bike. And having that, I spend a lot of time on the Kawasaki, so it didn't change. And I could say that, hey, it didn't change, but this is the stuff that you can do to make it better, or if you want a little bit more performance out of it. So we actually get these for all year long. So we have a lot of testing going on, a lot of stuff going on. So going into the next year, we know exactly what the previous year's bike is. So it's definitely interesting. There'll be a lot more testing time. You'll have a lot more stuff on social media to know when we're doing our 450 shootout and when that video comes out. And if you want to see the test on the brand new Yamaha, you know, hit that video thumbnail now. Or if you want to stay up to date with what we have going on in all of our videos, I mean, this is just one shootout that we do a year. We do off-road shootouts, we do bike comparisons, we do all kinds of stuff. I mean, recently we just uploaded a vlog for the new Triumph against the KTM 250 SXF. So, and it's not a this bike is better or that bike's better. We just kind of gave you an idea of what the two bikes are, and then you can make a decision, because what's good for me and what's good for some of our test riders might not be what you're looking for. So make sure you keep that in mind, and don't just take our word for it. Watch other people's videos. There's Vital MX, Swap Moto, Kiefer Testing Inc. There's all kinds of people out there to kind of get what you need. You might relate to some of those guys. So it's kind of cool, but you've got a little bit more time on your hands. Check out dirtbikemagazine.com. There's lots of information over there of what's going on in the industry as well.